Some people say it's the oldest profession in the world. Others say humanity just simply would not survive without it. Whilst others say this is the one thing that provides them with all their needs, wants and desires. So what am I talking about? Of course, it's the art of selling. Now here's a serious question. Does anyone actually sell anything? Or do we really help our customers to buy? Now it doesn't matter what product or service you're providing. The steps we go through as a customer follow a very structured, methodical and psychological 5-step process. To achieve any modicum of success in the world of sales, we need to firmly embed this 5-step process into our sales process. Thinking now about salespeople, why is it that some are just more successful than others? They're just people, just like you and I. Yet they seem to have this special knack, week after week, month after month, and year after year. They have that know-how to win more customers, increase sales, and make more profit. But the burning question is, how do they do that? And how can we harness those skills to fulfill our own dreams and desires? A number of years ago, I made a discovery. That discovery had a very deep and profound effect upon my life and how I thought the world of sales actually worked. You see, all the previous years of sales training that I'd attended had not prepared me for what was about to happen next. I stopped trying to sell, and both sales and profitability went through the roof. But I couldn't leave it there. I had to make sure it was a repeatable formula that worked for everyone. Over the years that followed, I shared my secrets with many different experts and user groups so they could test it for themselves. Absolutely everything was scrutinized at every level. I then put these secrets into the hands of salespeople in different businesses, in different countries, and of course in different cultures all over the world. And what happened? They absolutely loved it because their sales increased in every case. Not haphazardly, not now and again, but every single time. And when I applied the science to my work, I discovered that the real magic happens when the consumer buying process is skillfully fused together with the retail sales process, and that's when everything comes together. The good news is that I've captured every piece of evidence for you, and it's all contained in this book. It's not about the traditional methods of how sales manager controls the salesperson through the sales process, but rather how the salesperson skillfully guides the consumer through the sales process so that the customer gets everything they want. It's 100% customer focused. You see, I firmly believe that when you give the customer what they want, they'll give you what you want. In order to help you to win more customers, increase sales, and make more profit, I've had to completely remap the entire sales process from beginning to end. It's been an exhaustive journey and it's never been done before. This has been done and mapped with pure and proven science, not mere opinion. And that's to make sure that you're able to rid yourself of those old-fashioned bad habits that the amateurs make. Of course, one of the challenges was how to explain everything correctly. And that's why I've written the book. Another challenge was, how can you remember it at the time and stage that you need to remember it? And that's why I've also created a beautiful parchment wall chart that will look just stunning hanging on the wall of your sales office. But now let's go over to the whiteboard and take a closer look at the process itself. As you already know, there are a few sections within the sales process, beginning of course with the marketing and how the customer first becomes aware of your existence. This of course goes into the customer's preferred choice of initial contact with you, and this has changed considerably over the last few years and will no doubt continue to change over the next few years as we learn to embrace the evolution of technology. Once we're in position of the total number of inquiries, the ultimate aim here is to gain a face-to-face meeting. It's from this point forward that the salesperson guides the customer through the main body of the sales process to ensure that the customer gets everything they want. This is where this book is completely different to anything else you've ever encountered. The book has a chapter for each step within the sales process to explain what needs to be achieved on each step before you move on to the next step. Knowing when is the right time to move on the next step is critical to your success. You see, moving to the next step is not a random act of chance. It's backed up with proven science, and it's the difference between the top achievers in the world and the ordinary sales guys. When the time comes to ask for the business, the important part is what you do before that point. Once again, it's that little difference that makes the difference. When it comes to closing the deal, I've written a large chapter on the subject, which incorporates the top 7 most effective closing techniques in the world, and perhaps more importantly, how to use them. Following on from there, it goes on to upselling, administration and handover, or alternatively into the CRM system for ongoing follow-up. That's a very brief overview of the sales process, but that's not all. There are also sections on the 6 essential touchpoints of success, how to measure your performance gain using the correct key performance indicators, and of course the one thing that's at the very heart of every top achiever in the world, the sales funnel, and how to use it to get the very best results in your business. So as you've seen, this book covers everything in the sales process from beginning to end. It's a complete set of resources to enable you to gain absolute mastery so you become unstoppable and formidable force within your sales environment. I'm sure you'll find a whole mine of information here to last you a lifetime. Please allow me to personally thank you in advance for purchasing this book. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoy the journey and find it just as rewarding as I did in writing it. Thank you.